your location. And we are so excited to, take up your question and answer to all the questions and queries that we usually get from all the business seekers from Delhi location. So last Saturday, we have already covered the Chennai location and we have received a very warm response from the location. So today we are excited. Please stay connected throughout the session, and we are very excited to showcase the opportunities that we have for your location. So in order to move ahead, I have Alka with me. Alka is from my team, so she has joined with us. So yes, Alka, please introduce yourself and we'll quickly start presenting the brands that we have.
Sure. Thank you, Kritika. Hi, Delhi. It's a great pleasure to talk about different opportunities in franchises for Delhi city, for which this webinar is specifically conducted. In this webinar, we have picked brands from food, retail, and tech to give the best opportunity to invest. So stay tuned to us. Over to you, Kritika, again.
Yes. So usually, Delhi is considered as one of the hub, of all the markets, like similar to various other cities that we receive requirement. And it's one of the major commercial center in northern India with its, growing sectors in the telecommunication, hotel, banking, media, tourism, and many more industries, many more industries and many more sectors. So being the hub of the largest and the fastest growing industry, Delhi has an extensive business opportunity for those who want to be their own bosses. So that's why we are here. We are here with some exciting and interesting opportunity for you. And the opportunity caters to almost all the sectors. So stay tuned and we'll be presenting the opportunities soon to you. So any thoughts, Alka, on, how the Delhi market and, how do we receive the requirement from the business seekers from those markets?
As you rightly said, Delhi is known for its hotels and restaurant, media, information technology, tourism. Yeah, the real estate sector has also been the another industry within the NCR specifically. The good percentage of population decide to invest in real estate, especially in the satellite cities of Gurgaon, Noida, and Greater Noida. So manpower resources and the event management is also the lucrative segments to invest. So apart from this, the retail, beauty, fashion, clothing, educations have a lot of business opportunity for Delhi.
Right. And it's also slowly and gradually growing in the startup area. So it's an opportunity for those who want to run their own business. And, franchisee is one of the very good source to start with something new, as there's been tremendous support which has been provided by the brand. So today we'll be presenting a couple of opportunities. We'll move to the next slide, wherein I would like to showcase the brands that we are presenting for today's session. So the first brand that we'll be presenting today is Twinto, followed by Pots and Pans. The third brand is Namma Rice Bar. The fourth is Speed Force, and the fifth is FranchiseBazar Franchisee. So yes, we give FranchiseBazar Franchisee as well. So stay connected and stay tuned throughout the session so that we can give you more insights into it. So we'll start with the Twinto session. So in order to give a brief about Twinto, what it specializes in, it's basically into high-rise cleaning services, and they have a couple of USPs that they cover in their services. So in order to give you a brief into the session, we have with us today Mr. Muthu, who has joined from Twinto. So thank you, Muthu, for joining with us. Please help our audience understand, what is that you're offering to your franchisee partners and what the brand is all about.
Thank you, team. Okay. Twinto is basically a technology-based cleaning solutions company, and are the first to provide dedicated high-rise industrial cleaning services. I would like to briefly explain about what this high-rise cleaning is about. Correct. Normally, factories like automotive, mobile industries, electrical, electronics, every industry, the height of the interiors of the factories are usually beyond 30 feet height. Okay. Normally, what will happen, the dust cobwebs accumulation will be huge on these industrial factories, industries and factories. So what we have done, we have invented a machine which reaches the height of 40-50 feet from the ground and literally does high-rise cleaning. Okay. So our USP here is that we are the only company in India to invent a cleaning machine, manufacture them, and provide services with those machines. we literally solve this challenging problem of the customers. So
Correct.
within 6 years of incorporation, we have catered to top MNCs like Renault, Nissan, Daimler, Caterpillar. We have successfully completed more than 500 plus projects, 5 crore plus square feet of area, with the help of our dedicated and trained team.
Right.
That's a short intro about us.
Got it. So, see, we know that there are a couple of, cleaning franchisees. So, how would you differentiate? Like, since you mentioned that you've already addressed and understood the challenges, and then you have, found the solution to that challenge. So, if you can elaborate on, those points,
Yeah,
how
definitely.
technology is
Definitely.
different.
Cleaning is predominantly has been until now. It has been predominantly a manpower based service industry. So wherever we go, we are dependent on manpower. So wherein we wanted to bring a change to this cleaning industry. That is how this company is born. So even ever since the inception in 2015, we have literally invented a cleaning machine for each application which has been unsolved.
Correct.
So the first application which we have solved successfully is this high-rise cleaning. So conventionally, how people do is that people use height equipments like boom lift, scaffold, a scissor lift. A manpower will go to the top. They will literally do dusting of high-rise activities. Okay, they don't do cleaning as such. So we wanted to change this. So this is the picture which you see here. This is a high clean machine operation. So wherein one person will stand and he will literally clean the ceilings of the high-rise buildings. This method is the safest method available with complete non-hindrance to production. This can be carried out even during production time. So there is no maintenance shutdown required. So and the efficiency is uncomparable with the manual one. These are the top key points which we have solved for our customers.
Right. And as we talk about, such technologies, so, and especially when we know when it comes to servicing, so the training of the staff and, the support is really, really important to them. So how do you, help them and guide them in terms of to carry out the project successfully once they take up the franchise, like once somebody starts the operation?
Oh, that's an excellent question, actually. So here the training becomes very critical here because this is an unconventional business which is quite new to the industry. Okay,
Right.
so what we require is very accurate and precision related cleaning. Industrial buildings usually have a high risk factor involved. So we need to have proper training involved at each stage of this operation. So we will be hand-holding our franchisee at every stage, right from the marketing till the execution of operations, and we have a complete successful business process which we have executed, and we will be training that to our franchisees.
Correct. And also speaking of, say, if somebody plans to take up the franchisee, so how do you make sure, that in terms of how much revenue would be generated to them going forward and, in terms of whether they would be able to achieve the financial goals. So any support in terms of the leads and the, revenue achieving that is being provided from your end?
Yeah. So first thing is that we have a complete business model software which runs throughout on every stage, so that a business owner can easily manage the business. Okay. Secondly, we will help them in right from sales and marketing and how to do the survey. Everything needs to be trained. So we'll do that. Here, the return on investment, as you spoke, it can be easily achieved from starting within 6 to 12 months. The service industry which we are talking about right now involves more than, say, for example, if we have an area of around 50,000 square feet in a building. Okay, so now the manpower required is around 30 people to do manually. Okay. So right now how we are doing is that we are using only 3 manpower to do the entire cleaning activity. So the savings of the customer is nearly 50%. Okay, from their traditional cost, wherein our billing will have a high profit margin nearing 70 to 80% margin. So the return on investment can be easily achieved in 6 to 12 months.
So I have a question over here. Since you that the very few people will be involved in the operations, right? So it's a lot of involvement when it comes to the employment. right? So what is your say on this? It has been the good number of the people who get the employment out of this, so get affected. So what is your say on this?
See, I could understand your question. There is always room for improvement, and people strive to improve, and the survival also evolves. So it's not like only human manpower. It's going to be unemployed. Something not like that. So what
Yeah.
we are doing is that we are giving trained employees a good amount of salary so that they could focus on their strength. Okay,
Yeah.
so the team which we have, it's very small, but they will be highly qualified to carry out the entire project. Okay,
Sure.
so each and every individual will be trained so that even a single person can hold the entire project. So we are looking for some good. Our team will be like, it will be small, but it will be like a good core
Most.
team.
Hmm.
Understood. So I
Understood.
think this financial aspect is also really important for business seekers to understand, how much do they need to incur, like what would be the total investment, and what is the minimum space requirement do they need to have to start up with Twinto franchisee.
Okay. The space required is very minimal because our work is predominantly site oriented. So
Correct.
customers won't be coming to our office, rather we'll be going and working at their site. Okay.
Right.
The financial here involved, it starts with 6 lakh,
Mhm.
including the franchise fee and the machinery and basic requirements. Okay.
Okay.
So the franchise amount, it's literally 3 lakh for 3 years, and
Mhm.
the machinery cost, everything involved, it's around 6 lakh. That's why the investment is very minimal compared to the returns. Even a month's billing will be around 3 to 4 lakh if done properly. So there is so much of scope. Also, we are the first in the market to provide this kind of service. So always there is a huge advantage for people coming and starting a new model at first at their place.
Correct. I think that gives a very positive message. It's a new concept and it will give them a great motivation to start with something new. And also speaking of, so the overall investment is what we can understand is 5 to 10 lakh, and the minimum space required is basically 100 square feet to work on. So we would also want to understand like what is the benefits that they can leverage, after investing this amount and starting with the work. So if you can, highlight your thoughts on and share your thoughts on the benefits that they can avail.
Okay. So basically, I will answer your question rather in a different way.
Yeah.
I categorize the franchises in three divisions. Okay. First
Okay.
are the budding entrepreneurs who wanted to start a new business from their regular routine. Okay. So how this product will help is that since this is a niche, a new product, the entry to companies becomes very easier. Okay. Say for example, when we reach a top MNC and we tell that we have this kind of machine which can solve this problem, they will be immediately received, and it will be easier for them to get a entry to big companies so that they can establish their business. Okay.
Correct.
The next is the existing business people who want who are who wanted to increase their revenue. For them, so I would suggest that if they are already dealing with the industrial customers, okay,
Mhm.
for them this will be a cakewalk. They already have a relationship with the customer,
Right.
and when we take this new product to them, they will sense the necessity, and they will recognize them, and they will even appreciate them for bringing products like this and saving their time and safety. So
Correct.
the third one is the investor profile.
Yeah.
Okay, one who wants to invest in some product and they need to have minimum governance. So for them, the reason for investing is that they here we are going to have a team of nearly only 4 people. Okay, so it will be easier for them to manage as such, and we have the business software which monitors each and every step of our employees. So management becomes easier, wherein they get high profits.
Got it. And speaking of Delhi location, like any specific areas that you would be targeting, because Delhi is a huge market to work on for, especially for this particular Twinto. So, any specifications for that location, like in terms of what kind of profile that you're looking at, or anybody who's specializing in certain sectors, can take up the franchise.
So Kritika, adding to this, the Delhi has a lot of industrial, the backgrounds.
Yeah.
So it is a great opportunity when it comes to Delhi for these type of services. So I would like Mr. Muthu to talk more on this. What type of potential do you look for a Delhi?
But Delhi is it's a very hot city. See,
Yes.
in considering the number of MNCs involved, the factories involved, so what we serve is the customers which we serve is very wide. Be it an automobile, electrical, electronics, warehouses, take any industry, an automobile, any industry you take, the buildings are going to be high rise, and they are going to have this dust problem. So dust
Yes.
settlement there.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the people are interested to keep their environment clean, but they are not finding the right tool. So that is where Quinto comes in. So what we do is that we give them the right tool so that they can maintain cleanliness in their premises. So this Delhi is a huge market.
Yes.
I can definitely assure that even how many franchises they come, they can't even serve 1% of the in Delhi market. That much huge is Delhi.
Right.
Right, right.
True. True.
So as we have, a couple of benefit points highlight in the next slide, we'll move to that slide. So here we can see a couple of benefits. I think you have already discussed and addressed on all the key pointers. So any message, Muthu, to the business seekers who are interested and willing to invest and ready to move ahead, but still they are skeptical about, the current situation or the other things because it's a growing market, especially for this brand. So, any message to those business seekers that you would like to address before we wrap up the session?
Yeah, definitely. I have one information.
Mhm.
I've been to Maruti factory in Gurgaon, Delhi. There, okay. So there they have this problem of high-rise cleaning. So imagine a company with 50% market share in India having high-rise problem, which is unsolved. So you can understand the amount of business involved. So when Maruti has problem, every industry we can expect that they haven't solved this problem. So whoever is looking for top connections or top factory customers, please reach out to us. The picture here, which you see here, it clearly describes the difference. Normally, how people do it from the top, that one cannot be done during production, wherein our cleaning method can be done during production with utmost safety. So this picture speaks everything. So anyone who wants to start a business or wants to increase their business multifold, this is the product.
Right. I think this picture basically indicates, the employee safety is taken care of. The staff who are being appointed is being taken care of because the machinery you don't have to, use it in like how it's been shown in the first picture. It's basically you have to be on the ground and then use the machinery. So all the business seekers who are interested in Quinto, please write a message to us or get in touch with us. We will brief you on the entire model that we have. And thank you, Muthu, for joining with us and giving an overview on this session. I think it was
Thank
a
you,
great,
Mr.
it gave a very good message to the business seekers.
Thank you to both of you. You have been a wonderful host. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yes, we have the next brand, Alka, just introduce it.
Yes, so pots and pans. So this is basically based out of Delhi. So we have Mr. Nafis from the brand who is taking care of the franchisee channelization across India. So we will be the one who is going to talk about the brand, its complete understanding when it comes to the potential in the market, and then the model, what the model speaks about. So we will have the complete understanding from Mr. Nafis. Hi, Nafis.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you? Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So all yours. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
would want you to discuss in detail about pots and pan. अभी तक जो आपने किया है, right? क्या कर रहे हैं? कहाँ कहाँ पर आपका presence है? हम सब जानना चाहते हैं आपकी तरफ से.
yeah. So my corporation is started in 1951. In globally, we have a headquarter in America. Right now, we are number one brand in America. So in
Yeah.
globally, in terms of revenue, we are second, and we are world largest cookware marketing and manufacturing company. We are providing like more than 200 plus variety of cookware product. We started in India 2018. So after that, we start our open first store in Delhi. Then we started giving franchisee. Right now, we have a more than 5 stores in India,
Hmm.
and more than 5 stores is upcoming very soon within 2-3 months.
Right, right. So I can see बहुत सारी चीजें लिखी हुई हैं, जैसे कि आपके पास categories of product बहुत vast हैं, right? So this is grill pan, saute pan, milk pan, you know, stir fry. So can you elaborate more on this कि क्या क्या category में क्या चीज है और उसकी क्या specialty है product की?
Because if you are going for any other brand, they don't have like a nickel-free steel. We have a India first brand who introduced nickel-free steel in Indian market. We have all our product is like a pure free, chemical free. We don't use any single harmful product in our cookware. Also, we are using that steel we are importing from Japan, and we are using that Australia aluminum. We are not like we have a world biggest manufacturing unit in Thailand. Our all product is approved from FDA, EFSA. So we are not using any like harmful product. And also, if you see of the variety, we have like a lot of variety. Like we have a cookware, we have a steel range, we have a bakeware, we have a non-stick. If you see like a cooker, bake accessories, we have all variety of around more than 250 item in our store.
So as you said that it is, you know, nickel free and the, you know, so it encourages the healthy way of cooking, right?
Yes,
This is
yes.
the message you want to give.
Yes.
Fine, fine. So we would like to have more understanding. Switch to the next line will give you more insight about it. So what are the advantages, you know, क्या क्या फायदे हो सकते हैं अगर pot and pan के लिए कोई interested है, कोई franchise लेना चाहता है, right? तो किस तरह की category को आप cater करते हो, right?
Yeah,
किस तरह की investor आप देखते हो? So everything what you highlight about the advantages to get associated with you.
so like a person pan, like if you are anybody taking, we are providing all support. Support in the sense like starting from site selection, store designing, store layout, recruitment, training.
वो हमारा थोड़ा सपोर्ट की तरफ क्वेश्चन हो गया. मुझे ये जानना था कि एडवांटेजेस क्या हैं, यू नो, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स टू गेट क्या फायदे हो सकते हैं.
So, for example, if anybody taking ROE is a very high, like if you are taking like our ROE is coming around 16 to 20 months, and within 16 to 20 months, we will get the ROE. If you are anybody taking our franchisee, we will get good returns of the investment. Within 18, like for example, I told you like within our Bangalore store that opened, within 1 year, we got all money back. So if you are taking advantage of our company, like if we have a trainer, like we have an insight there, like our all product, like Chef Varun, we have many things like that.
So anything, you know, these days I really consider this type of market and retail is my personal favorite, you know, क्योंकि बहुत clean business लगता है, right? So woman entrepreneur के point of view से भी, you know, it encourages this. So you have the online business, you know, the app or the website from where the people can buy, right? So you have, especially considering this time, तो online shopping ज़्यादा prefer करते हैं लोग.
If your people are coming our store, then also we are giving same price our product. If people are coming like we are giving like our store price is always same to our online price, and our all like for example, if you see advantage in the sense like we are first company in India who provide like a cast iron product. After like all many companies they started cast iron, launching the cast iron. We have a first company who started like a single molded cast iron product. Like if you see like after lockdown, like hotel are closing, people are starting cooking their home. So our increase like our cookware selling increase. If you see this lockdown and pandemic time, so our sale is increases compared to other franchisee in retail sector.
Right.
I have one question for you. So जब भी हम you know cookware and इन सब kitchen accessories की बात करते हैं, there are standalone brands also. Like brands are definitely there. We know some very well-known brands, including your brand. But कुछ standalone brands भी है जो locally market में provide करते हैं और through Amazon or any other you know online portal they order. So how do you differentiate yourself, you know, from those competition? Because competition is huge, to be very honest, in this market. So
if you see in this cookware industry, like a lot of brand is there available, and we started like a top recognized brand in India within 3 years span of the time. And our brand, if you see like we started cast iron product. After that, we are seeing all older brand. Like if you see like a burger or prestige, or they don't have a cast iron product. After seeing us, they copy our theme. Then they again launch this cast iron product. And now if you see like in market, we have only one brand who have a single molded cast iron product. Apart from this, we have a circular on our product. That circular product we are giving lifetime warranty. And that is our patent
So
product.
here through Nafis, we come to know about one of the highlights about the company, right? So that is the benefit to get associated that. So Pots and Pan initiated the cast iron product. Following by Pots and Pans, many companies have started their product in this segment again, right? So this is one of the highlights. So coming to the financials. So I would like you to speak more on the कि कैसे investment है, कितना space चाहिए, कोई model किस तरह के हैं, उसमें setup और interior cost थोड़ा ज़्यादा चीज़ we would like to have more understanding on the financials.
So for that we are looking for a store. We are looking around 400 to 500 square feet area. In any sector, there are like in ground floor in prime market where we have a car parking. And for our total investment is coming around 20 to 23 lakh. That totally depends upon the area. For example, if we have a bigger area, then our investment interior cost will maybe increase. So I am talking about the ideal figure of around 400 to 500 square feet.
Sure.
3 lakh rupee, around 7 to 8 lakh rupees for our interior. This all are for interior infrastructure. And 3 lakh rupees our franchisee fees. 7 lakh rupees for initial stock. What we are selling, that stock. For retail, if you are going for any retail business, stock is very important.
No, पर important तो है, but इसी से related बहुत important question है मेरे कि what is your responsibility, being a company, कि अगर stock वो sale नहीं होता तो stock correction आपका है जो कि आप replace करते हो fast moving items के साथ.
Yeah, we are giving every 6 month stock correction, without any cost. We are not taking any extra cost for replacing the item. So for this, and main apart from this, we have a some item people want to more item for selling items. So we are providing which item they want in their choice.
Sure. So coming to the support, from the company towards the investor, जब हम, when person decides to shake hands with you, to get collaborated with you. So what type of support, marketing के related, advertisement के related, store opening के related. Overall, I would like to have, the support from your side.
Support in the sense we are providing all support like training also we are providing from company, advertising new starting 6 months company will give one newspaper ad free. After that we'll provide lifetime all a creative and marketing material, and if they want to put any ATL marketing, company will provide all support. Instagram, social media, all Facebook page, company will do marketing from their end. And also we have our celebrity chef Mr. Arun Varora who work in Grand Hyatt. Is also making a recipe video and unboxing video. So our many video is viral. If you see our many video is seen more than 4 million view in YouTube. So and apart from this we are providing training every 6 months after the training in house. Then every month a mock training we are providing.
So I can see the discount, So what type of hand holding when it comes to giving discount, especially to have the kickstart of the business, in the early operations once a person starts.
If you are anybody starting, so in initial time we are giving around 20 to 30% discount. If any discount that time given, so that discount 70% borne by company, 30% borne by only franchisee. And their margin is also very good margin, around 40 to 45% margin. If you see,
so in this segment, I have a very much asked question from the business seekers. So do you have a model in which a person would be interested to invest and there will be revenue sharing, right? So you will run the operations as a company.
Right now we have only FOFO store. Right now we don't have any FOCO store franchisee run by FOCO.
So from Nafis, we come to know, so there is an end-to-end hand holding from the company side when it comes to how to start, when to start, finding the property, the pre and the post marketing to be done, right? The discounts and other launch support, so all end-to-end support from Pots and Pan,
Nafis, I have one question from you. So जैसा आपने बोला कि इस सेक्टर में स्टॉक्स मेंटेन करना इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जितने भी स्टॉक्स आते हैं फॉर एवरी फ्रेंचाइजी इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर कि वो स्टॉक्स उतने maintained रह रहे सारे location में, and how do you monitor and audit all those?
Like we have software that our franchisee that using software, we have a back end, we are checking which item they are sold, which item they have out of stock. So we are telling to our franchisee, please order this product. Last 6 months you order, you sold this much item. And every like month we are doing also stock correction from our end, which product they have a shortage. So we are sending it, and also we don't have like if you see in retail sector, many companies they have generally they order minimum 2 lakh, 3 lakh, but here we have only 10,000 rupees. We can order from 10,000 stock also.
Okay.
Right. एंड जैसा हम जानते हैं कि अभी जैसे मार्केट में बहुत सारी चीजें ऑनलाइन पोर्टल के थ्रू परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, एंड पीपल आर आल्सो इंटरेस्टेड टू एंड प्रेफर टू गो थ्रू एन ऑनलाइन मोड, considering the of course the market scenario. So how do you make sure if the franchisee is opening the outlet and one running through an online, I'm sure you are operating through an online portal also and offline portal.
Yes.
So how do you make sure that sales is happening through offline mode of the franchisees as well? It's like, is there any medium that you take care of?
Yeah, if you see like in kitchen, in cookware industry, people want to see the product, like how weighted the cookware, how dry, how thin, like how round. So they want to like a touch and feel, then they will buy online. So if you see like our product or like our store cost is always compared to online price is lesser there. So if you are there coming to our store, so we are giving less price compared to online price, and also giving they can touch and feel our product, they can see our product, so they will buy from our store only.
So thank you, Nafis, for giving an understanding about the deliverables and the offering from pots and pans. We will request to the audience, who hears from Nafis about the offering, stay connected to us, raise your question, ask your queries in relation to anything, the pots and pan franchise. So thank you, Nafis, to be a part of it. It's a great privilege for you to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nafis. Thank you for being part of it. Thank you.
So I want Kritika, to talk about the rice brand. Over to you.
Yes. So the next brand that we have is Namma Rice Bhat. And in order to give a brief into, so this is particularly a South Indian food that we are presenting it to you, and the franchisee for the same. So today we have with us Naresh from Namma Rice Bhat. Thank you, Naresh, for joining with us. And all our business seekers and viewers want to understand more about your brand. What do you offer to your franchisee partner?
Okay, just to put it in the nutshell, it's a simple ready-to-cook food products outlet. This is mainly out of the conventional hotel, where everything is been prepared using the ready-to-cook products, where things are more easy, very less labor cost, very less investment, and very less wastage also.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of the food ranges, see, Delhi is the market which specializes in North Indian cuisines and food, like something like dal makhani or naan, and chole bhature. They specialize in, most of the brands cater to this sector. So what is that? And there has been obviously a huge demand for South Indian because it's a different.
It's a huge demand. It's a huge demand for South Indian. We discussed in another discussion which we had last time. I said I belong to the same place and I know the depth of understanding about when it comes to the foodie. Dilli dil walo ki hai. So food unka segment is one of the important factors to get connected. Food ke through wo connect karte hain. और South Indian food की बहुत demand है sir. So
yeah, see Delhi, keeping in mind Delhi 100%. With the idli dosa, just put it in the nutshell. That I think that's the way they say. So Indian idli dosa. They have the. It has its own space, and inquiry wise, and even the people's what they say excitement about the product and all. It's very, very good. Delhi, we have very good inquiries and multiple master franchises, franchise and all. Along with that, as I was telling clearly, some of the rice items, sure, we will just have some regional based foods. Take the example, as I was telling, idli dosa, that will remain. But when it comes to the rice, maybe we have mainly added rajma rice, kadhi chawal, all these things, so that we cater to the regional taste also.
Okay, it's specialized as per so that it matches the taste bud of that location as
well. Yeah. Along with that.
Right. So let's understand, the franchisee model that you have. We'll move to the next slide. One second, I'm just adding the slide. There's some technical glitch. Yes. So we would quickly understand, what is the franchisee model that you have, how much do they need to incur, and, what is the space requirement that basically they should have. So yes, Naresh, please give an overview.
Yeah, this the franchisee model is very simple, and we have made it an outlet. It is not a place where the conventional. I don't know how many people Delhi. I think they must be aware of that concept. We call it as Dakshini type of hotels.
Yes.
Where here it is purely standing and eating, and takeaways are main, and standing and eating mainly. I think therefore. Keeping in mind that thing, nearly about 200 to 300 square feet space is more than enough. And investment-wise, the total investment will be just 3 lakh rupees, including the franchise fees also. When I have to give the breakup, it is 80,000 is the franchise fees, and remaining 2.2 is for branding, the complete equipments required for the setting up a small hotel. And the display items, everything, the list of items, everything, we have made it very clearly in the what they say in the proposal. What we again, I think one Mr. Tasneem was asking us to speak in Hindi.
Yes.
सर ये ब्रांड ऐसा है कि पूरा इन्वेस्टमेंट 3 लाख रुपए होगा और उसका फ्रेंचाइज फीस रहेगा 80,000 एंड दूसरा 2.2 लाख रहेगा आपका पूरा इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर सेटिंग अप दी सेंटर इंक्लूडिंग द ब्रांडिंग और वो इक्विपमेंट्स the complete, even including the front board, everything that is inclusive in that.
Got it. और ये payback कब से start, जैसे वो कब से earn करना और break even achieve करना start कर देंगे जितने भी franchisees हैं?
See, when it comes to earning from the day one, they'll have wonderful revenue, and the break even, it's a very, very simple money they would have invested. Just take the example, 3 lakhs is the brand investment, that is the investment on the project, plus maybe they would have invested another 50,000 something for the advance of the place. Therefore, getting correctly speaking, to be this one 6 to 8 months, they would have got their money back. I mean it.
So I have a question. So since you have the product, how will you standardize the taste? Right. So Delhi के लिए अगर हम बात करें तो taste को कैसे standardize करेंगे?
That is the best part here. That's the best part. See, when franchising is been given by other brands, they tell how to do a particular item. But our product is, we literally give the ready to cook products where they will be doing the same product. It is if you want, I can just give an example. Just take an example of a vegetable biryani, which has been one of the common thing throughout the India. I don't think there is any difference region wise for that. Pulao and biryanis and all. There, our biryani is mixed with the salt, spices, ginger, garlic, everything. Only they have to add water and vegetables. You get that biryani. Therefore, there is no difference in the quality, and that consistency will be there irrespective of whoever is the cook. Because that's the main highlight. We are saying you don't need a professional cook. You don't need a senior cook.
Correct. So it eases out the operation, So when we talk about these type of offerings, the pre-mixes and other stuff, it eases out the operation. और एक standard भी, क्योंकि taste के लिए ही लोग repeat करते हैं. Customer आपके taste के कारण ही दोबारा repeat करेगा. And retention of customer becomes very important.
Very easy. Very
food
easy.
industry.
Right. So the first model जो हमने first model के बारे में बात की वो eat out outlet है और हमारे पास दूसरा model है which is mobile outlet. So please explain the difference between eat out and mobile outlet and just difference in the price ranges like investment and the other areas.
Mobile outlet is the outlets we are setting up in crowd places, the office areas, or maybe any what they say corporate places, industries and all, where this is as such, just because our food doesn't need any additional grinding work or maybe masala karna, वैसा कुछ नहीं रहेगा. इसलिए this becomes more easy for them to have a mobile canteen also with the same concept. As I told, for outlet के लिए 3 लाख खर्चा होगा. इसके लिए मोबाइल आउटलेट के लिए वो खर्चा रहेगा mainly वो vehicle के लिए. Therefore, they need to just go for a vehicle where the branding and the partition part and the complete setup has been designed by us, and we will help them to get the right vehicle based on their budget.
So it's a truck model, as you said that
It's a truck
truck.
model.
It's a truck. So it will be very good for township, the big buildings which has the gymnastics and everything, So this type of model would be fit not only for the corporate but also for the residential segment as well.
Residential, apartments, townships, as you told, it will be very, very
राइट और नरेश जब हम इन्वेस्टमेंट की बात करें सो कंपेयर टू ईट आउट एंड मोबाइल आउटलेट डेफिनेटली उनका उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट कम है सो इवन द पे बैक एंड रिटर्न इज the same period that we are talking about?
It is because see, when it comes to the outcome, the material remains the same, and here the reach will be more easy for you. You are literally going near the place where people are coming out.
Correct.
So ultimately, you're going to their doorsteps.
Yes.
Therefore, returns will be same, and when it and all the other expenses, everything. Some of this one is here you are paying rent and here are maintaining the vehicle. As simple as that, and investing on a vehicle.
Got it. So we'll move to the next slide. I think all our business seekers have got an overview. सब लोगों को idea मिल गया है दोनों outlet के बारे में और कितना invest करना है. Or whoever wants to understand more about the model, please get in touch with us. आप अपना contact number, contact details हमारे साथ share कर दे सकते हैं. और I would like to address couple of people who have joined with us already. There's Shahib Chaudhary who has joined with us. He has written great. Thank you, Shahib, for joining. Please mention your contact details so that we can get in touch with you. Vishal Salvi has joined with us. So he has mentioned that he is looking for an e-commerce franchisee. Sure, Vishal, we will look into it and we will get in touch with you. Please share your contact details so that we can get in touch with you. So yes, in order to discuss further, जैसे हम जानना चाहते हैं कि इसमें support कैसे provide करते हैं, because all the items are ready to eat, right? So how do you make sure the product are stocked? Like उनके पास stock हमेशा available रहे, जितने भी product ranges हैं आप offer कर रहे हैं अपने franchising partner को.
See, when it comes to the materials, stock and all, we have been focusing mainly keeping in mind Pan India. We have equipped in the same way, wherein the production capacity, what we are doing presently is more than 2 to 2.5 tons per day. Therefore, that is not at all a problem because we don't restrict ourselves only for the retail franchise outlets. We are into domains where we cater to best of the hotels and commercial vendors, where we supply to them regularly. Therefore, stock will not at all be a problem anytime. And logistic is wonderful. Is one of the fastest growing sector in India today. Therefore, you can send anywhere from any part of the country. Therefore, even reaching to the people will not at all be a problem because of the good logistics facilities today in India.
Right. So जितने भी logistics है वो बहुत जल्दी जितने भी requirements है वो बहुत जल्दी fulfill किए जाते हैं. And also in terms of opening, like अगर एक बार franchisee agrees to move ahead, he has agreed, he has the payment, he has all the necessities required to start the franchisee. So कितना ड्यूरेशन लगता है उनको स्टार्ट करने में एंड ऑपरेशन रन करने में इस पर्टिकुलर फ्रेंचाइजी?
ज्यादा से ज्यादा 8 से 10 दिन. उन लोगों को हम देने के टाइम पे एक ही बात बोलते हैं कि आपका जो भी जगह है वो व्हाइट पेंट रहेगा. दैट इज इट मस्ट बी पेंटेड कंप्लीटली व्हाइट एंड एक 3 नल का पानी का कनेक्शन और एक इलेक्ट्रिकल कनेक्शन दीजिए. वो पोजीशन देने के बाद ज्यादा से ज्यादा 8 से 10 दिन में हो जाएगा. वो ज्यादा 8 दिन भी ज्यादा है because we have our team. They just come, fix everything and go.
Okay, so they will analyze the location and all those will be done on ground and 10 दिन में start कर सकते 8 to 10 days.
Initially, before finalizing, we just guide them and suggest them about what type of places they need to opt for. Right. Accordingly, we will just guide them.
How will you answer this question if somebody is interested only in the product of yours and not creating the infrastructure? So what should be your reply, sir, on this?
What will be the purpose they will be using for commercial purpose or own use?
So basically, so for the distributionship, the further distribution.
Yeah, that is a different domain. See, just to put it in a simple way, we have 3 verticals. One is the franchise outlet. One is supplying the materials for bulk distribution for, again, commercial food vendors, something like hotels and all. And the third one is the retail outlets, where we have 200 to 500 grams pouches, which is again sold in the market for retailers. Here, the same outlets, franchise outlets, where we have been encouraging our food, they will be having the option of selling our pouches also. Only thing is, even the retailer wants, sorry, the customer wants to prepare it at the cost what we are giving in the house. It's not possible, because pouches, the process will be totally different, and the pricing, when they compare, when they eat there, and when they compare it to the prices what they procure the raw material, it will be different.
Yes, sure. So this is one of the good thing about Namma Rice Bath. You get the possibility of retail counter sale as well as running a restaurant. So that's a good thing about the Namma Rice.
Yes. So we'll move to the next slide. Next slide पे जाएंगे. So like हमने investment की बात की, and investment is less. The returns are quite high अगर mobile या eat out outlets के लिए भी जाते हैं. So definitely they can start expecting the revenue in a very short duration. यहाँ पे एक point mentioned है नरेश जी, जिसमें इसमें लिखा है कि revenue options through wide variety of products. So if you can elaborate on this point.
Food outlet has been designed in such a way wherein we are not confined only for selling the ready foods. We even have packed food options where the food keeping namkeens bolte na, namkeens, traditional sweets, and frozen foods. All these things are encouraged in the outlet, which is supplied by us, again, regional, requirement wise. Koi jagah pe, abhi Maharashtra mein mainly it is purely something connected with this bakarwadi, kachori, samosa, like that.
Pav
So
bhaji.
we try to just have it something like that. Keeping in mind the region, we have all these namkeens also along with that. As I was telling, totally 5 options will be there to earn in a simple outlet here. Morning breakfast, afternoon lunch, evening chats, night dinner, and finally the option of having all the ready foods, mainly snacks, sweets, juices, all these things. And again, juice, we are not encouraging any aerated juice here, purely desi juice है. वो क्या बोलते हैं, आम पन्ना रस, जलजीरा, ऐसा रहता है.
Got it. So जितने भी business seekers है, I hope उनको एक overview मिल गया है Namma Rice Bath के बारे में, और जो भी हमने एक model के बारे में discuss किया है, क्या investment cost है. जिनको भी ज़्यादा इस brand के बारे में जानना हो, interested in this particular brand, please get in touch with us and share your contact details so that we can get in touch with you and brief you on the entire model. So thank you, Naresh, for being part of this session and giving an overview. I think it was a great session with you, and thank you for being part of it again.
Thank you, Kritika. Thank you, Alka. Thank you for
Thank
giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. We have a next opportunity lined up with us, which is Speed Force. So Speed Force is basically catering into two-wheeler services, and I'm sure most of you, जितने भी लोगों ने हमने ज्वाइन किया है, सारे लोग स्पीड फोर्स के बारे में अवेयर होंगे, और जिस सेक्टर में ये फॉल करते हैं, ये टू व्हीलर सर्विस कैटेगरी में ये फॉल करते हैं, एंड इनके ऑलरेडी काफी सारे फ्रेंचाइजीज हैं. सो आज हम इस अपॉर्चुनिटी के बारे में और हल्का डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. सो विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, wherein we would want to understand what is the market potential. We'll switch to the next slide. So yes, Alka, I want to understand कि टू व्हीलर सेक्टर के बारे में आपके क्या थॉट्स है, ये मार्केट कैसे इमर्जिंग है, और बिजनेस सीकर्स के रिक्वायरमेंट कितने ज्यादा है हमारे पास.
So if you look for year to year growth, specifically you will find a lot of growth in the two wheeler section, right? Talking about the market potential, right? If you know more about the Speed Force, already this company has recorded 299 crores. The vehicles have been sold so far, right? If you look at the numbers for the revenue generation, so the 36 crore services over last 6 year has been done through sales only, right? And the services in the, so when we talk about the two-wheeler services, so they have the services which they give in the 4 times in a year, right? So this speaks about 9 crores business, and then 36 revenue generation out of the business speaks huge volume, and it gives a good insight about that people should invest in two-wheeler service section.
करेक्ट. जब भी हम टू व्हीलर्स की बात करते हैं, मार्केट बहुत ही ह्यूज है इसमें, जैसा अलका भी डिस्कस कर रही थी, कि देयर हैज बीन लॉट ऑफ हाउसहोल्ड हु हैव एन एक्सेस टू टू व्हीलर्स, एंड यूजुअली जब हम ब्रांड के आउटलेट में जाते हैं, लाइक फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव परचेज, द चार्जेस आर क्वाइट हाई. वहां पे चार्जेस आपको हाई होते हैं. वही आपके एडवांटेजेस ये है कि जब आप स्पीड फोर्स ऐसे सर्विस सेंटर्स में विजिट करते हैं जहां आपके चार्जेस काफी मिनिमल होते हैं. So definitely growth की अगर बात करें, so there has been 12% growth last 6 years, and year on year basis में there has already been growth in this particular sector, and this is one of the most unorganized sector. So जैसा कि हम जब भी टू व्हीलर सर्विस की बात करते हैं, बहुत unorganized sector था पहले से लेके अभी तक. जो स्पीड फोर्स ने इसको ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, इसको सेक्टर वाइज ऑर्गेनाइज किया है, and that's why we have this opportunity in line with us. So let's talk about the supports that they provide and the franchising.
Also adding to this, there are many unprofessional way of the approach so far. What you find in this section, right, is very you find a lack of professional approach. The one shop is open and they cater to all kind of services. So the speed force comes with organized way, so when it comes to giving the services in a professional way.
Right. And speaking of speed force, see, since we know कि ये service sector में fall करता है, so there has been lot of support which has been provided by the brand. So starting from when you get associated, so the location finalizations, location visit, till your branding starts, and you start getting your equipments, until the software and the entire operation starts. So one by one, I'll just highlight on the pointers that you see over here. So all the tools and equipments, जो भी आपको tools and equipments required है speed force start करने के लिए, वो सारे tools brand के end से provide किए जाते हैं. जितने भी ब्रांडिंग मटेरियल्स हैं, वो सारे ब्रांडिंग मटेरियल्स आपको उनके इनसे प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं, along with the stationery, like whatever you require for your promotion.
Yeah, so this is basically to make the infrastructure, the interior graphs and everything, to have the similar set of look and feel, basically.
Yes, and the software also. So जितने भी leads, जितने भी आपके tools हैं, devices हैं, और customer visits हैं, वो सारे सॉफ्टवेयर के जरिए मैनेज किए जाते हैं, और वो भी रेगुलर बेसिस पे मॉनिटर किए जाते हैं, so that to make sure कि आप वो सक्सेसफुली फ्रेंचाइजी लॉन्ग रन के लिए रन कर पा रहे हैं. Whereas we understand कि it's a service, so training has to be provided. तो जब staff recruit होते हैं, उनको training भी provide किए जाते हैं, and there is already a regular visits, तो regularly monitor करते हैं, visit करते हैं, to make sure that you are able to operate उस particular outlet पे successfully. And auditing is also done to make sure you are able to achieve the targeted revenue or goals that you have for the outlets that you have opened. So अभी हम quickly इसके जो franchisee model है, कितना invest करना है, उसके बारे में जान लेंगे. So here you see इसका investment comes down around 7.5 lakh. 7.5 lakh आपको invest करना है plus GST. And speaking of speed force, there already more than 125 outlets running. जो स्पेस रिक्वायरमेंट है वो काफी मिनिमल है, 400 to 600 स्क्वायर फीट आपको स्पेस चाहिए रन करने के लिए आउटलेट. Whereas speaking of investment is quite minimal. 7.5 lakh investment की बात है, quite minimal है, and there has been all the support that the brand provides. आपके सॉफ्टवेयर हो गए, ट्रेनिंग हो गए, जितने भी लीड्स हो गए, मार्केटिंग हो गए, सारी एंड टू एंड एरियाज स्पीड कवर करते हैं अपने एंड से.
Kritika, मेरे पास क्वेश्चन है, जो 7.5 lakh when you said, so this include the complete interiors and as well as franchise fee?
Yes, it includes everything. 7.5 lakh is the total investment, and if you have like a bigger space, you can get in touch with us, connect with us, and definitely we can have a discussion on this. So they have already इनका presence pan India में है, ये 26 states में and 30 plus cities में available है. So whoever is interested, please get in touch with us. So we'll move to the next slide, wherein we'll discuss, what is the process of appointing the franchisee. So जब आप agree कर जाते हैं Speed Force के साथ associate करने के लिए, so there is one application which has been shared with you. So you have to, provide a DD of 1 lakh rupees. I think that's the initial payment that is there. And then you sign up the agreement. Letter of intent is basically the agreement that you move ahead with. Then there is a site selection, the site which has been approved. वो site पे visit करते हैं, उसका approval देते हैं. If there are any recommendations related to the site, they provide the recommendation. जितने भी vendors हैं, अब जिसमें tools हो गए, machinery हो गई, उससे related जितने vendors हैं, उनसे भी आपको connect करवाते हैं, local vendors जो होते हैं. And then the final payment happens. जो total investment की हमने बात की थी, वो आप सारा payment कर देते हो. And then the material start. अब जितने भी branding आपके material हो गए, software installation हो गया, जितने भी local support हो गए, recruitment of staff हो गया, training हो गया, ये सारी चीजें Speed Force.
So I have a question. When you say the final payment, it is mandatory that the infrastructure needs to be created. I mean the investor को पूरा पहले पैसे देना है और वही infrastructure create करेंगे, ऐसा कोई requirement है company की तरफ से?
Yes, definitely. In order to know the specification about Speed Force, that whether infrastructure will get created, we can get in touch with the brand. Sure. If they have already, if अगर उनके पास कोई setup है, कोई space है, तो definitely there'll be some consideration since they have their own space. Sure. But if somebody is looking to start from scratch, right? So they have to make the payment, they have to make the deposit and move ahead.
Sure.
Okay. And ये सारे processes के बाद, recruitment के बाद, your exercise and your operation will start for the location that you have selected. So I believe all the business seekers who have joined with us, you can share your queries with us and share your contact details. If you're interested in Speed Force franchising, we'll get in touch with you and we'll brief you on the franchisee proposal that they have. We'll move to our next and the last opportunity for Delhi session. So our last opportunity is FranchiseBazar franchisee. So, yes, we are providing franchisee for FranchiseBazar. हमारे कुछ franchisees already pan India run कर रहे हैं for some specific locations like Mumbai, Rajkot, Chennai. So now we are open for Delhi location as well. And in order to present and talk more about FranchiseBazar opportunity, Vishwesh from our team would be joining with us. So I think there's some technical glitch because of which he hasn't joined. So yes, FranchiseBazar, franchisee, see, what we offer through this opportunity is that it's basically, the consultancy services that we provide to you. So जितने भी हमारे entrepreneurs or business seekers जो interested हैं इस particular franchisee में, इसके through हम आपको 2 तरीके का model offer करते हैं. उस 2 तरीके के मॉडल में हम कंसल्टिंग एक्सरसाइज बेसिकली आप अपने लोकेशन पे, जैसे दिल्ली लोकेशन आप फ्रेंचाइजी ओपन करते हैं, तो आप वहाँ के बिजनेस सीकर से कनेक्ट करेंगे, आपके जो भी इनिशियल कॉन्टैक्ट्स होंगे आप उनसे कनेक्ट करेंगे, और जो भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमारे पास आती है फ्रेंचाइजी में, उसका लेवरेज आपको मिलेगा कि वो आप अपॉर्चुनिटीज अपने लोकेशन के लिए प्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं. So yes, speaking of FranchiseBazar, we have been in the franchisee business for a very long time now. It's been 20 plus years for us, and we also operate through different vertical, which is Sparkle Mind, wherein we do the consulting exercise. So अभी तक अपने 3000 brands हमारे website पे listed हैं, हमने उनके साथ exercise की है, and we are excited for entrepreneurs to join with us for Delhi location. Yes, so we'll move to the next slide. We'll move to the next slide. So Alka, would you like to add some key pointers over here?
So franchise as a domain, if you look at, right, it has a lot of opportunity for the new startups, So somebody who is looking for his son or daughter to get settled down in life. Right? So franchisee as a domain becomes, very, very easy way to get associated with. So you get the name, right? You get the brand name, which is already being started and established and running successfully in the market, right? The same kind of expertise is being passed on to the investor. तो उसके लिए बहुत आसान हो जाता है कि जो already market में है और उसको run करना है. बस फोकस क्या रहेगा कि अपने एरिया के हिसाब से उनको वी ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट कि ये चीज है, सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द व्यू पॉइंट ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर जो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता है। तो उसके लिए भी बहुत जरूरी ये हो जाता है कि जब वो इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है तो बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स पे डिसाइड करता है, जैसे लोकेशन अगर अच्छा होगा तो बिजनेस बहुत अच्छे से प्रॉम्प्टली बिजनेस ग्रो करेगा। फिर उसके बाद आपका किससे सिंक्रोनाइजेशन है, राइट, आपकी एक्सपर्टीज कहाँ है, रिटेल में घुसना चाहते हो, एजुकेशन में घुसना चाहते हो, एज पर योर एक्सपीरियंस, एज पर योर व्हाट यू हैव डन इन योर लाइफ, तो वो जस्टिफिकेशन और गेटिंग रेवेन्यू ऑन टाइम बिकम्स ऑटोमेटिकली कम इन प्लेस, राइट। तो ये फ्रेंचाइजीज का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं, right? So over to you again.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we have Vishwesh now.
We have Vishwesh who have joined with us. So Vishwesh, we were just discussing about FranchiseBazar franchisee opportunity that we are open for Delhi location. So just give an overview into it and share your thoughts on it.
Yeah. So basically, we are offering franchises all over India right now, and Delhi being a very potentialful city in terms of business. So a lot of people from Delhi are looking to connect with us and trying to get a brand from us to start a new business. So this is a very good opportunity who are already in the consulting business, or who are real estate brokers, or insurance agents who are working with people or getting in touch with people everyday basis.
Yeah.
So this is a great opportunity for those kind of people.
Right.
Also adding to this, Vishesh, we considering the last 2 years, so we have come to the level wherein people जो companies हैं, अब they have make up their mind in a way that it is going to be like this and market needs to be created once again. Yeah, तो वो already it is on their way कि business grow करना ही है. So forget about the corona as a period, right? तो उसमें already people have started coming up and deciding that कि अब हमें grow करना है, उसके लिए हमें काम करना है. The period will go like this. Yeah. So over to you again.
So yes, like how we have two models, जैसा कि हमने बताया कि फ्रेंचाइजी बाजार में हम 2 मॉडल्स ऑफर कर रहे हैं. एक है हमारा ऑफिस सेटअप मॉडल that they can avail of, and the second model is work from home model. तो आप घर से भी काम कर सकते हैं और इसकी फ्रेंचाइजी ले सकते हैं. तो विश्वेश, आप पहले मॉडल के बारे में बात करें जिसमें हम ऑफिस सेटअप मॉडल में हम क्या ऑफर करते हैं, व्हाट इज द इन्वेस्टमेंट, व्हाट इज द आरओआई दैट दे कैन एक्सपेक्ट.
तो बेसिकली फ्रेंचाइजी बाजार ऑफिस के मॉडल में हम लोग 3 लाख रुपए का फ्रेंचाइजी फी लेते हैं, और बेसिकली इसके बाद 25,000 रुपीज जो हम लोग चार्ज करते हैं वो रिफंडेबल होता है, और बाकी का जो ऑफिस का ब्रांडिंग होता है इसके लिए वो खुद खर्च करेंगे. इट विल नॉट बी कलेक्टेड बाय अस.
Okay.
So this is in terms of financials, and जब काम की बात आएगी तो we will be providing every support to them, and basically अगर वो महीने का एक डील क्लोज करते हैं तो they can expect like 5 to 6 lakh rupees annually. So, और अगर वो लोग 2 से ज्यादा या 2, 3, 5 तक डील क्लोज कर सकते हैं तो मैक्सिमम they can expect about 30 lakh rupees annual income in terms of commission or brokerage.
Got it. And speaking of, once you get associated with us, I'm sure आप सबको एक support in terms of leads, brands जो भी होते हैं, because आपके businesses grow उसी sources and mediums के through करेंगे. So that support will be provided by our offices, and we'll also provide a training to you. So जितने भी basic necessities है in order to start your franchisee, we will be there and support you to start with the basic operation. So we'll give an overview. So basically, office setup में 3 lakh is the amount that you have to incur, and like Vishwesh has discussed, if you close 1 deal per month, so approximately you can expect 5 to 6 lakh earning on a per annum basis. So we'll move to the other model, which is work from home model. So Vishwesh, if you can give an overview into what is the cost and what is the ROI of this model.
Yeah, this is more locally focused model which we are offering to our independent consultants. So basically here we will not be providing the dashboard access as per the city branch officers goes. So this is more mobile, like they have to convert their own leads which they have generated and get the commission part done, and we will be handling all the brand part. So client servicing का part जो होता है वो हमारे ऑफिस से होगा. So they will be talking to the entrepreneurs तो ये बेसिकली जो डेली लाइफ में लोगों से मिलते हैं ना, जिनका बिजनेस ही लोगों से चलता है, तो उन लोगों के लिए कि साइड में ये भी कर सकते हैं वो लोग. दिस इज वेरी आइडियल फॉर द पीपल who are having already a network of new entrepreneurs.
Right.
So, Vishwesh, I would like to know more about, what type of support, does the investor expect when it comes to the generation of the leads? When you say the dashboard, right? So, what type of other possible marketing, hand holding will a person expect?
तो बेसिकली जब भी हमारा एक ब्रांच ऑफिस खुलता है ना, वहाँ पे हम लोग एक सोशल मीडिया पे हम लोग कैंपेन चलाते हैं. बेसिकली इट विल बी अ कांस्टेंट प्रोसेस फ्रॉम आवर ऑफिस टू जनरेट लीड फोकस्ड ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन. तो उस डैशबोर्ड पे, वो लीड डैशबोर्ड पे जो भी लीड्स आएंगे, दे विल बी एक्सेसिबल बाय द ब्रांच ऑफिस.
Okay.
और यहाँ पे इंडिपेंडेंट कंसल्टेंट्स की बात आती है, तो दे हैव टू जनरेट देयर ओन लीड्स एंड वी मे डाइवर्ट सम ऑफ द लीड्स टू देम.
Okay. Okay.
Right, right. And speaking of the previous model, जब हमने office setup model की बात की थी, so any business seeker, if you have like a small setup, like existing setup also, उसमें हम marketing, branding, अपना करके, and then you can start the franchisee at that particular, with that particular setup. In this one, you basically don't need a setup, like you can start from your home as well. So Vishwesh, we have 2 questions. हमारे पास कुछ audience से question है. Kiran Jyoti has joined and she has a question that what will be the ROI you are assuring and in how many months we will achieve the ROI. So if we can, discuss on both the models ROI.
So basically रिटर्न की जब बात आती है ना, तो आप जितना काम करोगे, so basically it's a simple sales funnel. So more people you meet, the more people are looking for business you meet, the more servicing you give, you will make more money. तो अगर आप ज्यादा लोगों से मिले होंगे, तो अगर आप ज्यादा लीड्स प्रोसेस करोगे, अगर दिल्ली जैसी सिटी की बात करें तो इतना पोटेंशियल है कि आप 30 लाख से ज्यादा भी कमा सकते हो, है ना?
Correct. No, but ROI, so how many months, her question is in how many months we will be able to achieve the ROI, return on investment.
तो अगर आप 3 लाख का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हो या 4 लाख का, इफ यू आर हैविंग एन ऑफिस टोटल, तो आप अगर इवन इट इज फॉर एवरेज और गुड sales person or a consultant, so it can be achievable in 3 months. Just 3 months, if you are closing 2-3 deals, you will be getting your return on your investment.
Sure.
Got it. So I hope, Kiran, you have got the answer for your question. We have one more person who has joined with us, Dr. Giri Panthi. So thank you, Dr. Giri, for joining with us. He has a question that do you provide service to the client from Nepal? So yes, if you're speaking of franchisee, yes, we are do open for that location. And in terms of the franchisee expansion, if you have interest in any of the specific brand or you're looking to cater to any of the business, please share your contact details so that our team can get in touch with you and we can brief you on this. So yes, we'll move to the next slide, wherein we would want to understand ki operation kaise chalta hai, like how are these, franchisees or individual, franchisees connected to the head office and how we will be supporting them in terms of operating this particular.
So here we can see, right? So everything is based out of our head office. So one side we have franchisers, like they are brands who are looking to expand, and one side we have business seekers who wants to take up franchisees and start their own business. So business seekers come to us looking for brands, and brands expand their business through us. So there are multiple ways of contact that business seeker can find us. So there will be direct website dashboard, like they can fill up a form on our website, and social media contacts everywhere they can contact us. And when it comes to our branch office and this independent consultant, so they are interconnected. So basically, if we have a branch office in any particular city, so we will be providing the leads and we will be servicing the customer from our head office. Like our sector experts will be servicing according to their profile. And in terms of independent consultants, the business seekers can directly contact the consultant, right? And they will be processed through our branch office or the head office.
Understood. So yes, speaking of, will also, I hope they have gotten a bit of an idea into, how we will be operating, and in order to know details into it, please get in touch with us and share your number, share your queries with us. We'll brief you on the entire model. We'll move to the franchisee support. So what is the support, that we provide to all the franchisees that we get associated with our FranchiseBazar? We'll switch to the next slide.
Yeah. So basically, we will be providing a comprehensive training to all the branch officers or the independent consultants. So it will be done by our management team, and our CEO will also be joining or be involved in some of the training sessions. And basically, you have access to most of the brands whichever is expanding their business through franchising in India. Like we have 3,000 plus brands registered on our website. So
Right.
you will be accessible to all those brands.
Correct.
And we have some great tried and tested operating procedures, profiling and prospecting procedures. So all those things will be taught, or the franchisee officers will be operating on the same procedure that we are practicing from our head offices.
Got
And
it.
in terms of branding and marketing, we will be having every city page wherever we have our franchisee officers, and we'll be generating leads. Yeah.
Right.
And in terms of like certifications and all, we will be providing the FranchiseBazar certified consultant certificate to all of our franchisee officers or independent consultant whatsoever. Yeah.
Understood.
So when you say the comprehensive 2 days training program, right? So what all is included? What type of briefing and understanding about the complete how to run operations? So can you give me more idea about the same?
Yeah. So basically, if somebody is out of the industry and they want to get into this industry, we will be giving them a proper understanding of how to service a client. So basically, most of the entrepreneurs come to us are looking for options, right? So
Correct.
we will be training our franchisee officers regarding to prospect them. Like somebody is wanting a business, we will take exact requirements, locations, and their financials, everything. Based on that, we will suggest a best possible business for their profile. So we will be training our franchisee officers on this procedure that we are following.
Understood. And we have one more question from the business seeker. So Kiran Jyoti has questioned that what is the assurance you are giving for the leads in office model, and per month how many leads? Basically, in office model, what is the assurance? How many leads basically you are giving to the franchisee that you get associated?
Yeah, so it is basically 20-80 percentage kind of a thing. So we will be providing 20% of the leads of that month, you can say, from the dashboard, and other 80% you have to generate on your own from your own network and close the deals. And it is very easy to close a deal if it is a lead from your network, right? So if we are providing the lead from online network, so you will not be knowing the person like who came to you, right? So there is chances of closures are more in terms of local network only. And anyway, we will be providing the leads, as I told, 20-80% of leads.
Right, got it. So I hope, Kiran, you have got the answer to your question. And Dr. Giri has mentioned, thank you. Dr. Giri, you can share your contact details and your email ID, if not contact, so that we can get in touch with you. And we will also be sharing our number so that you can get in touch with us. So thank you, Vishwesh, for joining with us and giving an overview. So Delhi, we are open to give franchisee for FranchiseBazar in your location. So write a message to us or get in touch with us and let us know if you are, if any of you is interested to move ahead with this opportunity.
Thank you, Vishesh, to be part of it and giving the brief.
Thank you so much, Vishwesh, for being part of the session. So we have a couple of questions. I would just like to highlight those points. It's Shahib Chaudhary who has messaged. Great, thank you, Shahib. It's a Vishal Salvi who has messaged us, need an e-commerce franchisee. Surely we are going to present in the next session an e-commerce opportunity. Then we have Kiran Jyoti. We have addressed the question of Kiran Jyoti. And Dr. Girish, who has joined with us. So we have addressed the question of Dr. Girish also. So thank you all the brands. And if you have any questions, please share the questions with us. And we'll be taking it on a one-on-one basis to all the questions. We'll move to the next slide. Thank you to all the brands for being part of this session and giving an overview about your brand and highlighting the financial models that you have. So for all the business seekers who want to get in touch with us, you can give us a call on the number mentioned over here. It's 9844443200. You can also write us a mail on this particular mail ID. It's business@franchiseebazar.com, or you can visit the website www.franchiseebazar.com. There are a couple of more opportunities lined up, apart from the opportunities that we have presented. So if you are interested in any, you can just get in touch with us. And thank you, Alka, also for being part of this session.
Same here, same here.
Yes. So if you would like to address some of the points to our business seekers.
No, it was the great brands, all the brands what we discussed about have the great volume of business, so from the different industries they speak about how do they come in the market, how they have been running successfully, with a good ROI, right? So it is a request, or it's a for all the business seekers who are interested, who are really keen to go ahead and to know more about, they can be in touch with us through any of the the details which Kritika has just mentioned, right? And then all the chats which I can see, if you can share your contact details or the email address, we can be in touch with you for the further processing. Yeah, so it was great, Dilli.
Thank you, Dilli, and thank you, Alka, for being part of this session. And our next opportunity is lined for Patna location, so you can stay tuned with us and to know more about the opportunities that we'll be presenting for that location. And yes, thank you all, and we'll be seeing you in the next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.